Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neuvillette, are you sure you'd like to...
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases...
Neuvillette! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case. This is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Thank you for your concern, but I currently have no such plans. Oh, apologies, I took your...
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something...
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at the...
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist...
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. She may have no interest in official affairs.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later at...
Judging from Sidine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff.
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must...
Come on! Stop being so secretive! We still have...
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of... There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and...
They must have been amazing people to receive such...
Indeed. Unfortunately, the reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's... The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusine. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, I have nothing against the opinions of others. But the moment a word... It has already happened once, and
even so, why do you have to be the one to investigate? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom...
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold the political system of Fontaine is relatively complex. However, since I am technically an outsider in
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily... You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations. Even though I was born with a human form, taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me up. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. Let's team up and round up all the bad guys.
That does not sound like a bad idea.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together once. Let us go. We should visit Kiara.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective. Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead. And away I go!
Kiara,
Monsieur Neuvillette! And oh, I remember! You're the Traveler and Paimon!
Aw, she's adorable! Hey there, it's...
Thanks for the compliment.
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening
A
letter.
threatening letter. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone.
Have you run into any suspicious
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious? Ah!
Did you...
Nope. I don't remember.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to
Let's see. Found it.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in... A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writers, and we can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be... Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if...
Sure! Wait, no. I still have a case to work on.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make with us around anyone scheming to hurt...
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Don't worry, your big sis Paimon...
All right, let us go our separate...
We'll take her to a lost place right away. So, Kiara, how old are you?
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that? Strange.
Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here? Did you run into any...
It's not really trouble.
May I begin inspecting the stores?
Of course.
No hazards detected.
That was quick. What were you inspecting?
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that osmelazines have special eyes that can see things like bloodstains. No matter...
All right. Now hear me out. I'm planning to release an...
Of course! Is there any...
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The same.
Seems like they get along with... Huh? What are you looking at? Is there really someone watching us? Shh!
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But
Threat letter? What? This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
you want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know, interviewing, but it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about?
All right.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little...
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with... I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? But I gotta warn you.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that some... Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch your...
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's hit...
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great.
Huh. It's very pretty.
Clorinde, what are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Ah, Neuvillette.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands.
How has your work been recently?
Same as usual. My schedule normally isn't too packed, so...
Oh, then shall we go out to play? How about if I've even signed up as a volunteer lifeguard? I'm really good at...
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Clorinde. She offered to help us.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like...
We thought so too. Well,
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara. I have come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my...
they both sound like pretty solid plans. But can you...
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred...
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the... Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around.
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a... If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks...
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are... There are many documents here. Take a...
You read Pine...
All right, let us take a break then.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is making Paimon feel really off.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People, would you like to have some drinks, perhaps?
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Neuvillette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wine. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like... What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old...
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd...
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement. I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa Village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa Village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda Village. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any different.
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people... Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon? We are allowed to bring that up, right? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you... Sorry. Paimon was just curious.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have...
Questions? Are there...
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns... In essence, I neither know why I was born... I lost many memories from the moment I was born. Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True. Some of them have been...
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions... My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful... That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents?
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through...
Water? Do you...
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also... Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element.
Why didn't...
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people...
Monsieur Neuvillette?
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Oh, it's glowing! Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight.
I know, but I'm real. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also...
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. But I want to see the outside world. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for...
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what the truth is? Many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head. And I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated it.
Oh, I see. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our...
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you...
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he was...
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello. I'm Carol. A Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized?
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for...
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no... So tell me, How can you guarantee that you Melusine?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, there have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already...
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't it...
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity. And that there are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take. I still want to try a little harder. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have...
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes...
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could Please be on your guard for the next...
Yes, sir.
Okay!
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us...
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an so quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh, if he just left...
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been... They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to Pat.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth?
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between
That is indeed something.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to...
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all
Restrict access?
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named... She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most... From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one...
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept...
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this, I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settle...
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial...
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you... Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could...
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a...
Vautrin.
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you... Is this what justice means to you?
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the oratrice will now deliver... According to the judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive idea.
How can different species peacefully...